Thank you, my people. I am Tutor Kletu Sokoli. Thank you for stopping by. In today's math class, we shall be taking an Olympiad math question where we are given if 2 raised to the power x over 3 is equal to 3 raised to the power 2 over x. Then now we should find what the value of x should be. Watch this video till the end. It is not going to be too long. We are diving in right away. The first thing I will do to this question is to apply logarithms to both sides. And doing that, it will look like this. By solution, the log of 2 raised to the power x over 3 equal to the log of 3 raised to the power 2 over x. I have applied logarithms to both sides. The next thing I will do is to apply the power law of logarithms, where it says that if we are given the log of x raised to the power n, that it is equal to n log x. So we apply this law, meaning that the power will now come to the front. I will apply it here. See how it will look now. The power becomes x all over 3, then the log of 2 equal to, from here, it will also be 2 all over x, the log of 3. I have now applied the power function law in logarithms. The next thing I will do, I want to remove this 2 over x by the right hand side. And to do that, what I will do is to multiply by x over 2 to both sides. I will use x over 2 and multiply both sides in order to remove this 2 over x. And doing that, I will now have x all over 2 multiplied by x over 3. Then the log of 2 is equal to doing the same thing by the right hand side. I will have x all over 2 multiplying 2 all over x, then the log of 3. So I have applied that to both sides, so the equation is still intact and balanced. And from the right, you can now see that 2 will cancel 2, x will cancel x, leaving me with just the log of 3 by the right hand side. And by the left hand side, I will have x times x to give me x raised to the power 2, and the 2 times 3 to give me 6, then the log of 2. Alright, what I will do next, I want to remove this log 2 from the left hand side. And to do that, I will simply divide both sides by log 2. That means I shall be having x raised to the power 2 over 6, then log 2. I will divide it by log 2. And to the right hand side, I will do the same thing, log 3 divided by log 2. You can now see with me that log 2 at the denominator will cancel log 2 at the numerator. And that implies that I have left with me by the left hand side x raised to the power 2 over 6. And by the right hand side, what I have is log 3 all over log 2. Good. Now, I want to apply a law in logarithms that is called change of base law. And what does it say? If I have the log of x base y, that it is equal to the log of x all over the log of y. Alright, so looking from the right hand side, we can see x can be our 3 and the y can be our 2. So what we have by the right hand side is exactly what we are having here by the right hand side. I can quickly replace that with the left hand side, which is now going to be log x base y. Now to this our question, it will now be log 3 base 2. So change of base law in logarithms we apply. And when that happens, what we shall have is x raised to the power 2 over 6 will now be equal to the log of 3 base 2. I've applied change of base to the right hand side. Now, the next thing I want to do, remember our target. Our target is simply to get the value of x. So we are making everything beautiful to ensure that the value of x comes out. And to remove this 6, because here is where I have x, what I will do is to multiply both sides by 6. And if that is done, you will see I will have x raised to the power 2 over 6 multiplied by 6 over 1. And by the right hand side, I will have the same 6 multiply the log of 3 base 2. Good, we are going well. See it with me that 6 will cancel 6, leaving me by the left hand side which is just x raised to the power 2. And by the right hand side, I also want to apply the power law which we have used from the beginning. Okay? That power law that says that x log of x raised to the power n is equal to n log x. Meaning either of the two can be used interchangeably. You either use the right hand side or the left hand side because both of them are said to be equal by the law of logarithms. Therefore, I can quickly move this 6 at the front to become the power of 3. And what I will now have by the right hand side will now be the log of 3 raised to the power 6 to base 2. This math is going well. Now, you can now see that I will now have x raised to the power 2 equal to the log of 3 raised to the power 6, which is going to give us 729 to base 2. Finally, our x is out. We just take square root of both sides. And when we take square root of this side, of course you know that the square root of x raised to the power 2, square root will cancel the power 2, leaving us with the x. Therefore, the square root of x raised to the power 2 will simply give us x. And by the right hand side, what we shall have is plus or minus the square root of log 729 base 2. Final answer. This is very correct. Thank you for watching the video to the end. May God bless you. Keep on learning with the tutor Cletus Okole. Bye.